We're back. Welcome into Hot Takes with Carson and Stacks. We are back after a week off. We are well rested. We know what's going on now. I'm your host, Carson Anderson, joined by my co-host, Elijah Stacks. Stacks, how was your break, man? You went on a cruise, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was a fun time. I ate a lot of food.
Wow.
I probably gained about 10 pounds at this point. And hung out by the pool, on the beaches. And yeah, good time.
Where'd you go on a cruise to again?
So it was to the Caribbean. We stopped at the Virgin Islands, both British and United States.
Wow.
And then we also
Equal
went
opportunities.
Yes, exactly. We also went to the Bahamas.
Oh, the Pirates of the Caribbean as well.
Yes, that's what we were.
The Bahamas.
On a ship, yes.
So I've never been on a cruise.
You should sometime. It's fun.
Yeah, I would like to. It sounds fun. You missed a lot of news while you were gone.
Yeah, no. So it was funny because I didn't have like Wi-Fi on the ship, and so of course I was kind of cut off from the outside world, as you might say. But when we went to the U.S. Virgin Islands, I actually got service there. So I turned on my phone. So I get all these news alerts from like Twitter and the NFL app and whatnot saying all these things were breaking. And I was like, wow, I have been out of the loop for a long time now, it feels like. So all this stuff was happening this week, and I had no idea what was happening.
You're waiting for Verizon to throw up a tower in the middle of the ocean.
Exactly.
But,
that'd be lovely.
I said, like, literally anytime there's any news, we always, like, DM it to each other on Twitter. And I was just, like, constantly sending you all this stuff. Yeah, and I'm like, he's in the middle of the ocean. He's not getting any of this. But, like, a lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff happening.
I guess let's just get right into it. Yeah.
It's a big week.
So one of the stories that we have been constantly following, talked about probably far too much for our viewers.
Well, this is like the biggest off-season story of the season.
So Antonio Brown, the diva, the delinquent, he's
the degenerate.
So got traded finally.
Finally. We can
was
put it to
heavy
bed.
Speculation 2 nights before it happened that he was going to the Buffalo Bills.
And that was hilarious. That was so funny.
Twitter just is the champion of mocking.
I love Twitter because whenever news breaks, it's hilarious. They take off, and it is so funny. So whenever that broke, I saw so many memes and posts. It was hilarious.
Roasting Josh Allen.
All for nothing because it wasn't true.
And I really wish it was true.
I wish it was
When
too.
we were talking about places that he was going, I wish I would have thought Buffalo because that is honestly the worst place to go because it's so cold. They're in a division with the Patriots. They never win.
Yeah.
That was honestly the best. But he went to the Oakland Raiders, which honestly is not that big of a step up. And
it's not a step up.
So I don't understand. Do you think this is what he wanted? He seemed rather happy to be going to Oakland, but do you think that his attitude will change by the end of the season?
Of course it will. Okay, he wanted out of Pittsburgh. That was his first and foremost priority. But he also wanted to go somewhere where I think he could compete, but also he wanted to get paid. And I put in here on the notes we have his new contract he signed with the Raiders is for $50 million over 3 years with $30 million guaranteed. So
which is a lot of money.
He's getting paid fairly handsomely. I think it'll be all for nothing because the Raiders are the Raiders and they haven't been good in forever. And so good luck to you, bud. I
saw a thing that was like Tony Romo in the future calling the game. It's like, Derek Carr drops back. He throws to the back of the end zone. Touchdown Antonio Brown. Scores Chiefs 53, Raiders 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a very good prediction.
I've heard some people thinking that the Raiders actually might be good. The Raiders did make some moves.
But they've made some moves. But at the same time, they are in that division with the Chargers
and the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Both two very good teams, and I don't really see it.
I don't see it as well.
Not being a great team. I think like 5 wins would be their ceiling this year.
And he said he wants to win. That's not winning, but he seems like he needs to shave the blonde mustache off for starters.
I cannot believe that's real. I saw there was like a animation that the NFL did on their Instagram account with him with the blonde mustache and the blue dread or whatever, and I was like, this can't be real. Is he going to keep that forever now? Is that his thing? Like, is he going to do it forever now? Do you know?
I don't know. It might be just a phase, but
yeah. Well, like you said, the Raiders also did sign the offensive tackle Trent Brown from the Patriots,
and they made him like the highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history.
$66 million over 4 years with 36 guarantees.
Is that smart? Probably not.
Is that the biggest?
I heard it was the biggest ever for an offensive lineman.
Oh well, good for him, man. Was he that good?
I've never heard of him.
I remember watching him play, and he always stood out to me because he was so big. He's like 6'8". He's huge. But I never thought of him as like a dominant left tackle. But, I mean, what do I know? Only people I really know who are good at left tackles are like Tyron Smith and Williams and the guy at Philadelphia, Peters.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
those are like the three best ones. They're all in the NFC East. And maybe like Whitworth. But, whatever. So, I mean, is he the best one in the league? I don't think so, but, I mean.
And I think they also signed Joyner from the Rams, the safety.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did.
So they did make a few moves, but I don't think it's going to matter.
They're not. Okay, the AB is the best one they made, but is it going to really help their team a lot? We'll see how it goes. It's better to have him than not have him.
And they really didn't have to give up much for him. They gave up a third and a fifth rounder, which, I mean, I don't think – I heard that there wasn't a lot of interest coming from teams for him. So I think that this is – I actually heard that the Patriots might have offered the Pittsburgh Steelers something better for Antonio Brown, and they were just like, no, not a chance.
You do not do that. You don't give the Patriots any assets. Like, that's something you do not do, period, exclamation point, no thanks. So, hey, he is off to the Raiders, so best of luck to him.
I'm with you. I think they get at most 5 wins next year. I think this will be Derek Carr's last year. I heard that this is like they got Antonio Brown as part of like a testing thing for Derek Carr to see if they want to stick with him.
Think about it. As it sits right now, what do they have for them? Like, what's going for them right now?
The Raiders?
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's my point. Even with AB on the team, I think their passing game is going to be weak. It's not going to be bad. It's not going to be good. So, AB, good luck to you. You gave up your chance for a ring. So
foolish.
So be it.
Also part of giving up his chance for a ring.
Yes.
LeVeon Bell. This to me is just a dumb move. This is pure ignorance on display. I guarantee you that his agent did not tell him to do this. I guarantee you that Le'Veon Bell's agent said, take the deal from the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell signed a deal with the New York Jets for 4 years, $52.5 million, which is less than the amount of money he was demanding from the Steelers and what the Steelers offered him. And it's less than the franchise tag that he refused to play for last year and sat out. So not only did he lose $14 million last year, he's not going to make that up anytime soon.
So is he an idiot?
Yes.
Very much so. I agree. Again, I don't understand what his mentality was going into this contract to sign it, because the entire point of the holdout was he wants to get paid. Like, paid. Big time money to be like the best running back of all time. And he got paid like less than Todd Gurley got paid a couple years ago, I'm pretty sure. And so this is good for me, though, because next year whenever Ezekiel Elliott's up for a contract, they can just point this and say, look what Le'Veon Bell got. And he's like a really good running back. So, I mean, I don't understand what he was thinking. He's not taking very much money. To me, this contract kind of surprises me. He could have demanded a lot more. But
I think this was the best he could get.
Maybe he had worn out his welcome in Pittsburgh. So that was off the table at this point. There is no going back to Pittsburgh for him. And maybe it's kind of like AB with the trade situation. Like, nobody really wanted Bell. Maybe that's what it was. I find it hard to believe that, but maybe at the price tag he was demanding, everyone was like, okay, go somewhere else then. Good luck to you. When he went to the Jets and got paid a good amount of money, obviously, but it's not what he could have done.
I think he overplayed his hand.
Absolutely.
He expected to be getting around $18 million a year, and I don't think teams were willing to pay him that, so this is the best he could get, which he should have just taken what the Steelers offered him.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that.
And plus, like, look at the situation you had going for you in Pittsburgh. You have one of the best O-lines, if not the best O-line in football, a great quarterback, and before AB left, you had AB and Juju. That's like you don't find that much talent on offense that often. So I don't know what he thought he was doing, but whatever. Once again, good luck to you. Have fun over there in New York with the Patriots.
They're not going to win either. That's the thing. Both of these guys left a winning situation where when the team is fully healthy and everybody's playing, that's either 1 or 2 seed in the AFC every single year.
Absolutely.
And they have left that for both of them. They will not. Neither of them will be in the playoffs next year.
No, they will not be.
I do think though Sam Darnold is very good. He's a good young quarterback, and I think eventually he will be well.
I like the Jets as a team because they have a pretty good young core and they have a pretty good defense. And obviously adding Bell helps you a lot. My problem with them is you play in the division with the Patriots.
Yes.
Who are not going to give that title up easily. And obviously you got teams like the Chargers and the Ravens like in those divisions, there's always going to be the 5 and 6 seeds. So it's a very tight window for them to make the playoffs. So I like the Jets as a team. Like I think they can do well, but they're not going to be in the playoffs.
I agree.
So we'll see how that goes.
So one other move just came out of nowhere, which there had been rumors last season that the Giants were shopping Odell Beckham.
Right.
And there were rumors that he would go to the Rams, but the Rams said, we don't want him, he's too much, and they ended up getting Brandon Cooks instead. The Cleveland Browns traded for Odell Beckham, which is one of the wildest things ever.
Yes. Well, this is actually what I like was awakened to, we might say, when I came to the U.S. Virgin Islands was my phone turned on, like I turned on my service, and I got a news flash saying Odell Beckham traded to the Browns. And at first I thought it was like a joke. I was like, there's no way.
One of the fake accounts.
I was like, there's no way they actually traded away, OBJ. But, hey, they did. So Jerry Jones just said he's very happy that he's out of the division now.
I'm sure he is.
Which I'm sure anybody would be, because why would you want to play against a top-tier wide receiver every 2 times a year? So, yeah, I'm happy about him being gone. And it's kind of cool. He's going to have a reunion now with Landry back from like LSU days.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And I like Baker. I think giving him more talent around him is only a good thing for him. And that's going to be, I think, a pretty good team.
They traded a first round, a third round, and safety Jabril Peppers for him.
Yes, wow. I didn't think Peppers was playing all that well, to be honest with you. Like, he was a first-round pick, and he was really highly touted, and he came into the league and was kind of silent ever since he came in. So, like, to me, that's just kind of like a here, take him anyway for your loss kind of thing. They also traded for Olivier Vernon.
Wow.
Which, I mean, again, he's a pretty good player. He's not fantastic. Well, I mean, I'm happy because, if you can have less talent on the Giants, get him out. So, less problem for me to worry about as a Cowboys fan. But, yeah, this is a cool trade. I'm with it. I think the Browns are going to be a pretty good team. They have turned the chip around, as they say.
I do think that they will be good as well. However, I think we're about to get into this.
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Okay. So the AFC North now.
Yes.
Really is.
This to me is like, on top of my head, thinking about it, was like the most wide open division in football. There is no clear front runner team. Because you're a homer of the Steelers. So I
am a Steelers fan.
I understand your argument of how you don't think losing AB and Bell is going to be the worst thing in the world. I don't see it that way. Let me tell you why. So obviously we said AB gets traded away, and Bell is now with the Giants. And also, I mentioned here you lost Jesse James, which is whatever, but
because they got McDonald, I don't think they really care about that.
It's whatever. Jesse James is just a player. He's not a great tight end. He's not bad. The point is that AB was arguably the best receiver in football, top 2, undoubtedly. Do you agree? Not considering how much of a punk he is.
Yes,
he is probably one of the best. Like
you
top
called
2.
me there. I was about to go like, nah, he's top 10.
He's top 2. Okay. Julio Jones might take the cake on that one, but he's top 2. Le'Veon Bell, when he was playing before the whole,
I thought he was the best running back in the league.
He was arguably the best one. It was a 3-way conversation between him, Elliott, and Gurley.
Okay, but Bell didn't play last year, so you could basically.
I understand that, but it doesn't mean he's not talented still.
But we've already moved on from him.
Again, my point is though. Okay, so now let's look at the situation now in Pittsburgh as it sits at the current time. You have Juju as your number 1 wide receiver.
Very good.
Juju is good. But as I said before, he has never had to play as a true number 1 wide receiver without having AB on the other side of the field for more than a couple games here and there. Unproven. I think he can play well, but unproven. So I'm not going to give all my eggs in that basket, if that makes sense. And then you have Connor. Connor played well. He did.
Connor is good.
Connor is good.
He made the Pro Bowl.
I agree. Connor is good. He's a great story, great guy, great player. But is he a top 5 running back right now? Purely on talent. Now,
not on talent.
Okay, let's put Connor with like the Bengals. Is he having the season he's having?
No.
Exactly. That's kind of my point. So you're taking 2 of the best skill players in the NFL, and they are no longer on your team now.
Correct.
I see problem with that because I know Bell wasn't there, but AB is now gone, and so you just have this step down on the offense, and your defense is not that great. They did sign Mark Barron from the Rams.
Wow, what a talent!
Who is undersized.
Wow.
He played safety.
Am I going to act like I knew who he was before today? No.
He played
He
played for the Rams. He was known for being undersized, but he's like a really quick, big hitter kind of guy. He played safety, I believe, in college. But now he's going from a 4. Do the Rams play 4-3 or 3-4? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, he's going to a 3-4.
Yes.
Where the linebackers have to be active.
Yes.
And so, I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes for him. But the point is, you have a weak defense. Yeah, that's all
I wouldn't say weak. I'd say
mediocre.
I would say okay.
I would say very average. Okay, fine. I'll give you grace. Very average defense.
Okay.
Very average. Not great.
I would like to point
terrible,
out, though, that if Shazier was still there, we were pretty good with Shazier.
Okay, I agree. But at the same time, you can't keep using that as an excuse. It's been 3 years.
I'm just saying.
It's been 3 years now. You've got to adjust the situation.
So
should have taken LVE. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but average defense.
All right.
A step down on the offense and your 2 important skill positions. So, only thing you really have going for you right now is your O-line and Big Ben. And like Connor in the running game. That's it. Is that going to win 10 to 12 games this season? No, I don't think so.
All right, can I get off the hook now? Am I ready? Am I unleashed?
Yes.
All right.
Go for it.
So, as you just said, we have, as Pro Football Focus rates, the best offensive line in the NFL.
Yes, you do.
So, what does this mean by this? James Conner played all last year. I'm really over LeVeon Bell. Like, I would like to have him, but we played all last year without him, and they put stats out that, like, through the same amount of time, Conner's stats were actually better than Bell's the season before. So, to me, that's not the biggest loss in the world, because I think our offensive line is so good that you put anybody back there with semi amount of talent. I get what you're saying, that like it could be better.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's not like we're hurt. It's not like anything. Okay, so
I agree.
Running game, I am putting off as a complete non-factor.
I do like the running game. That's why I said that's like the one thing you would have going for you right now is your running game.
Okay, so now we get to AB.
Yes.
I agree with you. He's one of the 2 or 3 best wide receivers in football. To me, a wide receiver does not make a team. I get that it can help, especially like in a situation. Okay, so you got Odell Beckham coming over from the Giants, right? They had Odell Beckham, who's one of the top 5 wide receivers in football. They won 5 games last year?
Yeah.
So having a good wide receiver doesn't make you just your passing game automatically good. It was like Eli Manning, he's not that good anymore, but having Odell helped him.
Yeah.
So to me, Big Ben is good enough to where he doesn't need a safety valve like Antonio Brown. Like Antonio Brown, obviously, I would have preferred to keep him. But we do not need Antonio Brown because from what I've heard, the Steelers are one of the best organizations at drafting wide receivers ever. Because they drafted Antonio Brown late. They found Juju.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they'll draft 2 or 3 wide receivers in the draft this year, and I'm sure at least one of them will turn out to be pretty good. This James Washington guy that they drafted last year has apparently got a lot of potential, can be pretty good. And I think Juju I think will step up and play well.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying about how it's never good to lose someone as good as Antonio Brown, but to me, unless wide receivers, it's more important to have someone that's good at throwing them the ball than someone who can catch the ball really well. Because as long as Big Ben, he led the league in passing yards last year. As long as he is still playing at a high level, I think we can substitute someone else we can put Juju at 1, put someone else at 2, and it will be a hit, but it won't be like we don't know how to play football anymore.
No, and I agree. So this is my thing. I don't think the Steelers' offense is going to become brutal like the Cardinals or the Raiders. They're not going to. The Steelers will not be a 4-12 team. That's what I am going to say right now. They're going to be, I think, at a floor like a 6-10 team. That's like the floor. That's everything goes wrong for them. I think you guys will max out at 9-7. That's kind of what I see the ceiling. If things go wrong for the other teams, 10-6. And that's where I see it. But here's my thing, right? I get you're saying a receiver does not make a team, which is true. A running back even doesn't make a team. To me, the important thing to remember, though, is about Big Ben is look at Aaron Rodgers. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best. Would you agree?
Yes.
Top 2.
Yes, I would say most talented.
Okay, so there we go. Look at his team right now. Okay, what was the record last year? It was not very good. They were not in the playoffs.
I think they were maybe 7 and.
What does he not have?
He has no running back. I'd say that's his biggest problem is no running back.
Well, that's true. He doesn't really have a lot of talent around him in the first place, but he also doesn't have any receiver to throw to. He has Adams.
I think that Devontae Adams is good, and that Valdez Scantling guy is pretty. He's a good young wide receiver.
But they're not. I don't think they're top tier caliber players. If that makes sense. I think Adams can maybe crack top 15, maybe top 10.
I still think the Packers should have traded for him.
I think they should have too. That would have been a great move. I think I read somewhere that they had actually made an effort to. But anyway, my point is like I just think I gotta see to believe it at this point. Like for years past, like you've mentioned, how the Steelers are like a top 3 or 4 seed every year, no question. It's not even nothing to come to your mind that they might lose the division, and they're probably gonna be a top 2 seed. That's just how it is, right? Yep. Every year. I think that's no longer the case. I think this division is wide open, and they're a weakened team at this point. They're not what they used to be. And so I have to see them be the same to believe it.
Do you know who Steven Nelson is?
I do not.
From the highly touted Chiefs secondary that you
brutal.
loved.
Oh,
they
brutal.
signed him. I don't know who he is, but I figure that he would be at least decent.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't know the player. So he could be good. But
do you think the Browns, though, are going to be as heavy hitting as people are saying? I read somewhere that they're now they have the 4th best odds to win the Super Bowl.
Wait, okay.
I read that.
I'm not going to go that far. I think they have a shot to win the division. I think a legitimate shot. Because I think at this point they have the best wide receiving core. That's not even questionable, I don't think. And I think that Baker is the 2nd best quarterback in the division.
I agree. Here's the thing, though. Landry didn't do that much last year. Landry was there, and Landry didn't do that much. So I don't think that having Odell and him together is like the most crazy explosive thing in the world.
Well, can you name a better
one?
Both
are good.
Off the top of your head? Is there a better wide receiver combo? I'm thinking maybe in Atlanta we have Julio, Ridley, and Sanu. That's a pretty good three-way combination. But can you name a better duo for receivers on a team right now?
Not off the top of my head. No,
okay, that's my. I think that's kind of indicative of what I'm saying. Like they might they each have their own weaknesses they have, but I think they can be a really good team.
So here's my thing going against the Browns winning the division.
Yeah.
I have no clue who that coach they hired is. I don't think Mike Tomlin is a good coach, but Mike Tomlin is a better coach than Freddie Kitchens. So as it stands right now, they have the 3rd best coach in the division. All right.
Okay. Sure,
Baker Mayfield is in his 2nd year at quarterback.
Yeah.
To me, huge difference between Big Ben,
obviously,
longtime veteran, and Baker Mayfield 2nd year. So that's Steelers 2 up on them. I'll give you offensive line Steelers as well.
Yeah.
I'll give you defense Browns. I'll give you receivers Browns. Running game I would still go with us because we have better offensive line.
That's a good point.
I just feel like that having a lot of talent doesn't mean you're all going to mesh well. Having a lot of talent doesn't mean that everything's going to go right.
Yeah, and I agree, but I also think, look at last season, right? First off, the Steelers lost to the Browns the 4th week of the season when they were still really brutal. So
we beat them and tied them last year. We never lost them.
You tied to them. That's right. You tied to them. So obviously they have a game plan for the Steelers usually. But I don't know. I like Baker. I think he's a really good player, and I think that having Odell Beckham there is going to be really big. They also made the 2 big pickups on the defense with Vernon and with Sheldon Richardson, who we did not mention. He also signed a contract with him.
So when you think of it like that, did the Browns make a lot of moves? Yes. Did the Steelers re-sign a paralyzed guy? Yes. But
yes, they did.
I mean, so
see, to me,
the other team we're forgetting about here, the Ravens.
This is the dark horse. I think the Ravens are going to be this is what I'm saying. It's a wide open division,
except for the Bengals.
Poor Bengals.
Get out of here.
Get them out. But there is no clear this is going to be the one who wins it. Not in my mind. So the Ravens, we're going to mention it now. They signed running back Mark Ingram from the Saints.
Who I think is very good.
Very good. Getting older, but very good. And also the highly touted safety Earl Thomas from the Seattle Seahawks. And Ingram signed an $18 million 3-year contract. And then Thomas actually had a really big contract coming in.
Okay.
$55 million for 4 years.
Can I go on this?
This is why the Cowboys did not sign him, by the way. But go ahead and go off.
The Ravens to me did not get better. Here's why the Ravens did not get better. Lamar Jackson is still their quarterback. I do not believe Lamar Jackson is a franchise quarterback. I believe the film is out on him. I do not think he will be good next year. So that's strike one. I do believe they have the best coach in the division, John Harbaugh. He's the best coach.
I like Harbaugh.
They did get better at running back with Mark Ingram.
Yes.
adding Earl Thomas to me does not help them because they lost Eric Weddle, who I believe is better than Earl Thomas at this point. At this point right now.
Thomas is coming off injury.
Yes, he's coming off a broken leg and he's old.
I think if both are healthy, I think Thomas is better.
Do you know is Weddle older or younger or same age? I think Weddle's a little younger.
They're around the same age.
They're around the same age.
I don't know who's older, who's younger.
To me, I would rather have Weddle, especially with Thomas coming off the
broken leg.
Yes, and Weddle I think would cost a little less.
That's true, but I think I remember that first off, whenever Thomas is like healthy and playing in his zone,
yes,
he's probably
good.
the best one in the league. He's probably the best, and he's a Hall of Famer. And so to me, it doesn't hurt them.
Okay,
Thomas.
but they just replaced someone.
The big problem to me, which we're going to mention now, is the losses of C.J. Mosley, especially. That's probably one of the best middle linebackers in football.
Zadarius Smith.
Yes, I thought I mentioned him on here. I guess not. But Zadarius Smith is gone. He was a pretty good defensive lineman, and Terrell Suggs getting older. He signs with the Cards for a 1-year deal. So some pretty big pieces moving on from the the really dominant Ravens defense, which has been well known the past couple of years for being obviously a dominant defense. So I don't know. Like this is what I'm saying. Like each team has a weakness and each team has a strength, and I just think
except the Bengals, they have no strength.
Okay, yeah, we can mention the Bengals real quick. The only thing they've done this offseason is like re-sign Tyler Eifert, who can never stay healthy. So best of luck.
Well, I guess their strength is not hiring Hugh Jackson.
They also
also
released Vontaze Burfict. Wow.
Okay, he's my least favorite player.
So Bengals, sorry, you're not really in contention here, in my opinion. So they might be the worst team in the league at this point.
You think so?
Like, who's worse? Like, who has literally nothing going for them?
The Dolphins.
That's true, Dolphins. But they are always, like, at least average.
Yeah. Maybe.
And they have Fitzpatrick now, so good for them. Fitzmagic, wow. I can't think of a team that's worse off than they are.
Yeah, they're kind of.
Maybe the Cardinals, but I think the Bengals are the worst. Bengals are terrible. Anyway, so my point is I think each team has a weakness that can be seriously exploited. And I just have a feeling this year that the Browns are going to do something. So I don't know why.
What is your pick for the ranked? Okay, so give the order. Obviously, Bengals last.
Bengals last. Okay. I think I'll go with Bengals last, Ravens third, Steelers second, Browns first. Because I agree with you. I think that at this point, with the hits that the Ravens took on the defense, I think they're going to be exposed because, like I said, their offense isn't the greatest. I think I'm a little more of a Jackson fan than you are because I think he has some talent.
I think they figured him out now.
I agree.
You saw what the Chargers did in that playoff game.
But I think he can be groomed to become better if they just give him the right coaching. So, but they haven't gotten that yet, as far as I've seen. So I'll put the Ravens at third, Steelers second, because I just think having one feature on the team is not going to save you, and that's the running game. Because I think the Browns have a stronger defense and a stronger passing game.
I'm going to have the same thing as you, except I'm going to put Steelers at one. I'm going to flip the Browns and Steelers.
Now,
simply because
what is the record going to be for the Steelers then? And follow-up question to that:
11-5.
That's a little bit rich in my opinion.
Because their schedule isn't as tough this year.
Oh, they're playing a first place schedule, aren't they?
No, because the Ravens.
That's why the Ravens placed first place. But so it's a little bit easier schedule. But follow-up question to that is: will the Browns be in the playoffs?
Yes,
they will be.
I think so.
Okay, I'm with it.
My biggest thing
I can appreciate that. I think that's
my biggest things with Browns versus Steelers is the Browns are still really young and the Steelers are a bit more of a veteran team, and I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah, see, to me, this is what I'm saying. Like I've said it before, I've said it again one more time. I don't think the Browns are going to be like a 12-4 team. I think the winner of this division will probably be like at a max 10-6. That's like if they have a really good season. I think the winner will probably be 9-7. If I'm calling it right now,
all right,
whoever it is. So best of luck, AFC North. Wow.
All right, let's move on to some of their deals. We talked about the AFC North for like 30 minutes.
Wow, sorry guys.
So
I mean, like that's been the most.
Yeah,
active,
that was the most active. Yeah, I will give you that. I agree.
That's kind of why.
So.
A lot of safeties being moved around this offseason.
Yes, a lot of safeties. So Landon Collins from the Giants has signed with the Redskins. He's now the highest paid safety in the league at 6 years, $84 million. Wow. Do you like this move, yes or no?
Well, no, because he's in the same division. So if he'd gotten out of it, I'd be like, cool.
But do you think he is worth being paid the best safety in the league? I don't think so. I think he's very good.
Who else would you have paid that much? Because he's younger. He's like the youngest one who's of that quality player. So I think it makes sense for him to be like the highest paid one. Is he worth it though? That much money? I don't know. But he's a good player, so sure. Why not? Give it to him.
The Redskins lost Preston Smith, I believe.
They did.
Is he that good? I'm not familiar with him.
He was pretty good. They usually had a pretty good defensive line. So, I mean, it's obviously not like a top 5 defensive lineman, but I mean, he's good enough to, I guess, get a pretty good contract. I mentioned down here, he signed with the Green Bay Packers for $52 million over 4 years.
I want to touch on that real quick.
Sure.
I'm going to highly applaud the Packers. That's what I've been critical of them of is you have Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback in the game right
absolutely.
now. You need to put pieces around him to help him win. Their defense has been terrible. They went out and they got the Bears safety Adrian Amos.
They did.
Who's pretty good.
He was pretty good.
They got Preston Smith, as we just said, and they got Zadarius Smith
from the Redskins.
To me, these are great moves. They really need to help Aaron Rodgers out. They're beefing up the defense. I don't know if Clay Matthews will be back. If he is, it's on a restructured deal. But I think that's exactly what they need to do is help him out, especially on defense, because their defense was pretty bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they want to grab like a few offensive weapons to throw in there,
I think they need to draft a receiver. At least top 3 rounds. Like you got to do something to give him some talent because Adams is pretty good, but it doesn't hurt to have him, give him some more talent. So I think they need to have a receiver put in there. But a couple other safeties because apparently every safety in this in the league was free this year.
A lot of good ones.
Yeah, a lot of good ones. So Eric Weddle, he signed with the Rams, formerly with the Ravens that we just mentioned. And then Tyrann Mathieu, he's with the Texans. He has now signed with the Chiefs.
To me, that's a big one.
That's
because
a big one.
The Chiefs' secondary is pretty bad, and I think he might be one of the best safeties in the league.
They also released Eric Berry, though.
Yeah.
So they're replacing him.
Visiting your Cowboys.
Yes, tomorrow. Wow, I'm excited. We'll see how that goes.
Is that a pro sign for you think? You give it the Elijah
I give it a thumbs up because he's a good veteran player, and so I like it. We'll see how it goes, though. But he signed for $42 million over 3 years, which I thought was kind of a lot of money for him.
I didn't know. I think he's really good.
But I think he's really good too, right? But he hasn't last year he didn't play super well, did he? Not to my recollection. It was he didn't play terrible, but it wasn't like he was tearing up the league. So whatever. I mean, he's a good player. We mentioned Amos signing with the Packers. Kenny Vaccaro re-signed with the Titans, and then actually this broke up a couple hours ago. But Sendejo, the Viking safety, he signed with the Eagles on a 1-year deal. So,
wow, I don't know him.
A lot of safeties get moved around. He was a pretty good safety for the Vikings. So yeah, a lot of safeties getting thrown around the league here.
Which one of those do you think is the best signing? To me, it's Matthew,
including Thomas in the mix. I think the best value is probably Matthew, but I also like Collins because I think he's probably the best one. The
Weddle move to the Rams, to me, it doesn't really do much because they lost Joyner as well. So they're really just replacing Joyner with Weddle, which is
Weddle's still a good player. So just give that team more talent. That's all we need to do.
So quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks. This has been
arguably most important
position. There's been so many quarterbacks get moved around. Not great quarterbacks, but quarterbacks nonetheless.
Middle of the road.
So obviously the big one is, of course,
Nick Foles. Wow, we called it.
To the Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow.
Which means the end of the Blake Bortles era as he was cut.
Will he be signed, do you think, somewhere?
Somewhere will sign him. I think he's terrible, but somewhere will.
So here's the question about the Jaguars. Will they be a good team next year? Dominant team?
Dominant, no. Good, yes. Because you have to remember, they're still in the same division as the Colts, who are very good with Andrew Luck. And the Texans.
Who are a pretty good team.
Yes. So I still think they'll finish in third. Ooh, well, they got the Titans, too. That's a tough division.
That's actually probably one of the most competitive divisions, I think, legitimately, because you look at their records in the season, they're all going to be pretty close and kind of mediocre because in that division, they're going to split the games between each other. So it's going to be really close.
How is it all these divisions are at least 3 of the teams are competitive, and then you have the Patriots division where all the teams just trip over everything.
I will never understand how
Jets, Bills, and Dolphins.
Not one person has figured out how to beat the Patriots. Not one. So whatever.
But yeah, I do think that is a good move for the Jaguars. I do wonder whether or not that he will be, because he was very good with the Eagles because he fit in that system very well. I do wonder how well he will fit in with Jacksonville with a different scheme. Not as good receivers.
That's been
they lost Dante Moncrief to my Steelers.
Wow,
there's AB's replacement right there.
Guys did nothing. Anyway, the thing about Foles is this. Okay, he played for the Eagles a couple years ago, and he was like a backup. He stepped in to start, and he played well. He then got signed by the Rams, I believe, and then he played a stint there. It wasn't great. and he got cut or whatever. And he got re-signed as a backup to Philadelphia. Well, then he had a Super Bowl run in last year where he kind of stepped in and took him to the playoffs and got it pretty far. So I guess the question, kind of like you mentioned, is he just a product of the system in Philadelphia, or can he take that and apply it in Jacksonville and make them a good team?
I think he will be successful,
we gotta see.
But not as good as in Philadelphia.
Oh, I agree.
So
a couple other moves here. Case Keenum was traded to the Redskins.
Yes, after they acquired Flacco.
So I guess there will be no competition there.
Yeah, they said they wanted him to stick around as a backup, but he wasn't with it.
He wanted to be traded.
Do you, as a Cowboys fan, do you fear having to play Case Keenum twice a year?
Not particularly. Let me tell you why. Not because I think Keenum's bad, but because the O-line there cannot stay healthy to save their life. And it's honestly kind of sad because they just have the worst luck with people getting hurt over there. So it doesn't matter who they have back there, honestly. It's not going to help them. So good luck to you, Keenum.
I feel like the Redskins
Cowboys
make a lot of moves that the fans just hate. Yeah. I was in the barbershop getting my hair cut the other day. And the guy that cuts my hair is a Redskins fan.
Yes, wow. Yes, looks good.
And the guy that cuts my hair is a Redskins fan. And he's like, why on earth did we get Case Keenum?
Well, what's your other option? Like, I guess you could have got Bridgewater, but of course he's staying with the Saints now, which we think is probably him sticking around saying,
that is his best
decision. As soon as Breeze is gone, I'm stepping in. So.
I think because Sean Payton, they asked him, like, what's your plan when Breeze retires? And he's like, I got my backup already. I got my guy. Exactly. And because the Dolphins were prepared to offer him more money to be their starter this year, and he said he's going to just be the backup until Breeze retires.
What do you mean? I think that's pretty smart because I don't know how long Breeze is going to play.
I think Bridgewater's good.
A couple more years, he'll be gone, I think. Maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3. And so that's not a bad timeline for Bridgewater.
The Dolphins then traded Ryan Tannehill, though, which that was kind of wild to me. I didn't see that one coming, especially to the Titans.
Yeah, I don't know why the Titans wanted him. Are they moving off Mariota, maybe, you think?
I think that they're concerned about Mariota's health because he's hurt so often, which, I mean, you traded for the one person who's hurt more than Mariota.
So that move to me is like, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But then they also traded for Fitzpatrick from the Buccaneers. Fitzmagic. I like Fitzmagic.
I do too.
I think he's pretty good. He's really swagged out. So is he going to fix the team, though? No chance.
I think they'll be drafting someone this year.
Yeah, I think so. So we'll see how
they'll sit him behind Fitzmagic for a year or two.
Yeah, so really all this was like a bunch of backups kind of getting traded around. The only one of real note is Foles. That's like the only one who is like, that's kind of a shocker. Not a shocker, but big news. So, good for them. So, Pog.
Yeah, so your Dallas Cowboys, very inactive in free agency.
Yeah, this is something they've been doing for a while now. They don't really tend to get into the free agent market, at least not in the first round, as they call it, like the huge name, huge deals going around. They tend to sit out of those. There has been some developments. First off, Cole Beasley, the wide receiver, has been he's not traded. He signed with the Buffalo Bills, so he is gone now.
Wow.
What I've understood was he was asking too much money. Because I like Cole Beasley, and I think he played a very important role on our team. But what I understood was he was asking.
They gave him $29 million
over 4 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So a really big payday for him. So good for him. But what I understood was the Cowboys just were not really about that much money for him.
I don't know how he's going to get the ball because I think he would be really well. Like I think if the Steelers got him, I would be for that. But Switzer's kind of the same player, so yeah. But if you gave Beasley, like if you went to the Packers, even like he's a good slot wide receiver.
I think he's one of the best. Like I think he is one of those underrated players in the league. Like he does his job really well. He's really hard to cover by anyone. Like he burns a lot of people. And so I personally would have valued him a little bit higher than what the Cowboys did, but I also don't run the team.
But he's not going to do anything in Buffalo.
No, he's not. He's not going to go there and change the team up there. So he's not AB going up there, you know. So, but then also developing Sean Lee, he agreed to return for his 10th season on a restructured deal.
The mentor to the Wolf.
Of course, he's going to be more of a backup role now because Van Der Esch, the Wolf Hunter, has, of course, taken over his job at this point almost undoubtedly. So, but I love Sean Lee, one of my favorite players for the past, since I've been watching football religiously. So I love Sean Lee, so I'm happy he's back. I think he's a very good player. And one thing about Sean Lee I hate is like if he could have stayed healthy every year, he would have been top 3 linebacker every year.
I noticed
Pro Bowls, no question.
Especially in his prime, the games he played, you guys always won. And the games where he did not play, you guys always lost.
Because he's such a cerebral player. He knows the game. He studies the film well, and he's also just really athletic.
And that's what Shazier was to us, man.
Exactly. No, and that's true. But and so yeah, I think if Sean Lee could have stayed healthy, because he was like a sure tackler, he knew the plays, he was so good. But so I'm happy he's back to be like the mentor and the veteran in the room. So I'm with it. Tavon Austin and the fullback Jameis Olawale re-signed with the Cowboys. Whatever. Those are just
whatever.
Tavon Austin, I'm not huge on him because he played for like 3 games last year, I think, maybe. I don't know how it was, but he was hurt a lot of the time. He did have 1 punt return that was called back, so that was sad. But so if he can bring that to us, like the return game juice, I'm with it. But as far as like an offensive weapon goes, I don't particularly see it. And then here's the thing that really scares me about the Cowboys right now is DeMarcus Lawrence on the tag right now.
Wow.
So reportedly, the deal talks are not going well, and there is probably a holdout coming soon.
Le'Veon Bell?
I really hope not, because to me, look, you do not find DeMarcus Lawrence's every day.
Yeah, it
is hard to find good defensive ends who can produce. And also, he's not only a good pass rusher, he's a good run stopper. So he plays both facets of the game really well. So he's probably one of the best well-rounded players at his position in the league right now. And for years, as a Cowboys fan, we have heard like the Jones family, the coach, saying how they need a defensive lineman. They call him a war daddy. Someone who's like going to come in and like be a dominant defensive end. And you have one now. So why aren't you going to pay him? You let him walk?
Does he want too much in your opinion, or you think it's fair?
No, I don't think. Okay, so what I understand is he's asking upwards of like 20 in the lower 20 million per year. I think like 22 maybe, something like that. I think the Cowboys are trying to keep it under 20 a year, which to me doesn't make any sense because like I don't think he's the best defensive end in the league because there's like J.J. Watt and stuff like that, but I think he's one of the probably top 3, I think, top 5 for sure. So why not pay the man? Like, you waited for all this time to finally get one, and you finally have one. And especially because now we have Gregory, who is out the door because of the drug problem. So
who is the Cowboy guy that went on Twitter recently?
Oh, David Irving.
Yeah, saying smoking pot and saying how he's retired from football.
Yeah, that guy's a bum. So, but like our defensive line took a lot of big hits. So why would you let the best part of our defense walk away? I don't understand it. I think
they'll work it out.
They'll get it done, I'm sure, at some point because Jerry usually pays his guys. I mean, obviously don't get into a stupid contract where it's like you paying him way too much money, but I think if he wants like $20 million a year, just pay it. I don't see a problem with that. Which I don't know the math of like all the cap space and whatnot, so I can't really say because I don't really know like the cap, how all that math works. But if it's me, I'm finding a way to pay the man. Do it, Cowboys. Go Cowboys.
Better record next year, Cowboys or Steelers?
Cowboys.
By what record?
What game or two?
Well, I'll have to go through the schedule and pick which ones I think we will.
Yeah, that's true. We have to do that.
But
I think like we're gonna be like 10-6, 11-5, something like that.
Nice. So around the same. Other notable thing, free agency signings. The 49ers signed Quan Alexander from the Bucks. They made him the highest paid linebacker in the league.
Yeah,
is he that good? I've never heard of him.
I don't think he's that good. He's good, but I don't think he's the highest paid. Like, he shouldn't be that, but whatever.
As we said, Trent Brown
to the Raiders.
Highest paid offensive lineman ever. Wow.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Trey Flowers signed with the Lions, left the Patriots. See, this happened last year, though. I'm not going to get fooled by this. A lot of players left the Patriots last year, and they were still just as good.
It doesn't matter who's on the Patriots team, bro. They're going to be good. Don't worry about it.
The Patriots, if they let them walk away, I would be careful buying them, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
The Titans last year, who they got Deion Lewis, Malcolm Butler.
And Malcolm Butler. Just a little side note about Malcolm Butler. That guy's a bum, okay? I remember that play he made just to win the game, Super Bowl, whatever it was, against the Seahawks. He makes a pick. And suddenly everyone thinks Malcolm Butler's the best thing since sliced bread, bro. They're like, hey, this guy's the greatest quarterback in the league, or cornerback in the league. I'm like, no, he's not. And let's prove it, bro. He's a bum. Sorry.
So if the Patriots are selling, don't be buying.
Yes, but also maybe it could be like they're just like, well, because he got paid, he got $90 million over 5 years, pretty good contract size. So they may have been like, well, good luck to you. We can find someone else who is cheaper. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad player or when something's wrong with him. I think it maybe just means he was asking too much money.
Yeah.
But whatever. I get what you're saying, though. Like, if they're letting him walk, there's probably something wrong with him. So, yes. But I think he's a good player.
D. Ford from the Chiefs, who cost them a trip to the Super Bowl by being lined up in the neutral zone on the Tom Brady third interception.
Check this out right here, bro. Check out his contract he signed. $87 million over 5 years. Why?
It's
Why?
the 49ers, man.
D Ford is not that good. He's not worth.
They picked up him and Quan Alexander, man.
They
That's
did.
Pretty good defense.
Okay, yes, but D Ford's not that great. He's pretty good, but not that great. This is why I think they need to pay. This is not good for the Cowboys in terms of negotiating because if D Ford's getting paid that much money, you better believe Marcus Owens is going to want to get paid.
Did you see he lined up in the neutral zone again in the Pro Bowl? Like a week after he cost them a trip to the Super Bowl.
You're paying that guy that much money
to stand on the other side of the line.
Yeah, so whatever. I don't. Why is he getting paid that much money? I have no idea, but whatever. That's not my problem.
As we said earlier, Packers making moves. I applaud it. Congratulations, Co.
Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith. Wow. Not brothers, I don't think, but good players.
The Patriots got Michael Bennett from the Eagles.
Yeah.
I don't like Michael Bennett.
I think he is a loudmouth. And
I think he's a punk,
annoying, and he's a pretty good player, so good for him. Right. He's pretty good.
Panthers, Thomas Davis signed with the Chargers. Yes. Panthers doing their vets dirty again.
Yes, wow. I remember when that happened. Simon was very mad. So
I think the Chargers will be good next year. They're one of my.
They're gonna be good.
They might be my pick to win next year. I don't know. Either of them. I would really like this. I think the Chiefs have all the pieces to win. I just don't know if their defense is going to be able to get together.
I'm with you.
Anthony Barr said he was going to sign with the Jets.
And then said, no thanks.
Yeah, went back. He said, wait, am I going to go sign with the 4-12 Jets? I'll go back to Minnesota because we can probably make the playoffs next year.
Yes,
but
so he pulled back and re-signed with the Vikings. Deshaun Jackson getting traded back to the Philadelphia Eagles.
How old is he?
I don't remember. He's older.
He is older. Is he still lightning fast?
Yeah, that's what he's known for. He's being the quick guy.
I think the Bucs.
He's having his homecoming back to the Eagles. Wow.
I think the Bucs are going to be brutal next year because you're getting rid. They still have Mike Evans, but you get rid of one of their weapons, and I think Jameis Winston is terrible. And taking away weapons from him is not what you need to do.
Not the solution to the problem. So, but that's something's happening. Golden Tate. He signs with the Giants for
replacing Odell.
Now, once again, this contract to me surprises me because he's like 32 now. He's older.
I did not realize he was that old.
He is. I think he's 32. Wait, he's in the 30s. I know that for sure. He signed a $37.5 million contract over 4 years, which to me is like wow. That's pretty big time for someone who's that old and didn't play super great last year. He played pretty well, but not great. So. Hey, whatever, you got to replace Odell somehow, I guess. So best of luck to you there. Amendola.
I like him.
He's coming off of his stint with the Dolphins, and he is now going to the Lions on a 1-year deal with $5.75 million. Wow.
He's okay.
What do you think?
He's all right.
White guy. Wow.
Yeah. He's someone that I feel like only succeeds in the Patriots system, though.
He didn't play well Miami, but who does? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so that's happening. John Brown is going to the Bills with Cole Beasley.
Get him out of the division because I remember what is that guy's name that plays safety that we drafted? Edmonds from Tech, Virginia Tech.
Edmonds.
Don't get started.
Great player.
John Brown absolutely roasted him last year. I remember multiple plays, especially the one of them they connected on like a 70-yard pass where he bombed. He just sprinted past him. Yeah. John Brown is very fast, but I'm glad we don't have to play him.
So he's out. Adam Humphries,
I like that move.
Slot guy.
I like that move. I think he's
a good player. He's a good player. I like this move. He goes to the Tennessee Titans on a $36 million 4-year contract. So I like that move. I think it's pretty smart.
I also like Funchess to the Colts. I think that's good,
that's a good move. I'm all for getting Lux and weapons.
Yeah, because he's already got T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because did you watch any Colts games last year? If you saw some of the people he was throwing to, he's throwing to people that work at Domino's Pizza.
I saw them blank the Cowboys, so that was always fun. Ooh, that was brutal.
I think this is a good move because Funchess, we've been critical of Cam Newton not being able to throw. I think
it's valid. So.
I think Funchess with Andrew Luck will be very good, and I think having him as a good number 2 to T.Y. Hilton. I'm with it.
Adrian Peterson, running back for the Redskins, has re-signed on a 2-year, $8 million deal.
He had a good year last year.
Who's the guy? Darius Geis, is that his name?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's coming back from ACL injury.
If he comes back, do you think he starts, or do you think it's Peterson's? Not good. Well, actually, they kind of do the whole the split the carries kind of thing. So,
they use Chris Thompson as more of a passing back.
Yeah.
But
so do you think the guy takes the job?
I think
majority snaps if he's healthy.
If he's healthy, I think yes, because that was what they were planning on using him for last year. And I think that Pearson will be more of like a third down back or a powerhouse back.
Yeah, I'm with it. So, will I draft him again this year in fantasy? Maybe we'll see.
Maybe.
Frank Gore. This guy's 1,000 years old.
Oh my gosh!
I swear, he's been playing forever now.
But the Bills want him.
Yes, the Bills want him. Some reason I have no idea. Only God knows, I guess. And he has signed a 1-year, $2 million contract with the Buffalo Bills. And I didn't know we allowed seniors to play in the NFL, so good for him. How long can he play for? Like, literally, how old is he? I'm looking him up quick. I don't know how old he is, but I know
there's no way he has more than 2 years left. Like,
oh, absolutely.
If he's taking a 1-year deal in Buffalo, like
I spelled Core, not Gore.
Frank Core,
not Gore. He's 35, and
for a running back, that's
running
old.
backs do not play that long. So I am amazed. He is so old, but good for him, I guess. Keep going, Gore. You got it, buddy.
Tevin Coleman of the Falcons signed with the 49ers. I actually think Tevin Coleman is actually very good.
This to me didn't make a lot of sense because I don't know why the Falcons didn't want him back. But I know he gets hurt a lot, but
Freeman, he was hurt like all last year.
Freeman and Coleman was a great tandem. It was very similar to Kamara and Ingram. And so I don't know why they let him walk. I guess maybe they thought he wanted too much money.
Because the 49ers signed Jerick McKinnon last year. Remember, he tore his ACL.
They did.
Do you think that Coleman will start over him? I would think so. I think Coleman's better.
Yeah. I mean, they could do the whole split thing there too. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the league does now. There's really not really a lot of teams that do the whole one premier back. They usually do like a split thing where they have multiple people, split the reps.
Yeah.
So,
Carlos Hyde to the Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. Carlos Hyde.
That's an okay move.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I think that Williams guy will be their number one.
Got to replace Hunt. So,
who, by the way, was suspended 8 games.
Also, a developing story. I haven't followed up on this, but apparently Tyreek Hill is under investigation for
I saw
an assault charge. So, not great.
Kansas City has a lot of violent players.
That would be very hurtful to their offense.
Yes, it would be.
So, but I haven't really followed up on that story, so I don't know how that's gone down, but I didn't remember seeing that headline. So, wow.
Do you think Kareem Hunt being suspended 8 games will hurt the Browns?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, because they won't ever know what it's like to have him, but once they get him back.
I think Chubb is good. So
I like Chubb. So, we'll see how it goes for him. But I think having him on the team will be good for them. But, for the first 8 games, they won't even know what it's like to have him. So,
yeah. Still a few notable free agents left.
Yep. So Eric Berry, like we mentioned, who is going to go see the Cowboys tomorrow.
That would be a good signing. I think you guys should get him.
I'd like to see that happening. Justin Houston was cut by the Chiefs.
Also old,
but a nice veteran player.
Yeah,
so we'll see if he gets signed. I kind of doubt it. At least not like on a huge contract. It'd be like a 1 year, couple $1 million deal. Vontaze Burfict, like I mentioned, who was cut by the Bengals today, and he's on the streets.
I don't like him.
Your favorite player? Should the Steelers sign him to replace
the
great
No.
No?
I can't stand him. He's my least favorite player ever.
He's like the most notorious player in the league right now. He's so dirty. He has his issues.
Remember when Juju laid him out?
Yeah, that was fantastic. I think the entire league loved that. I think the Bengals team loved that. So Burfict is a thug. He's now off the team for probably attitude reasons, I'm going to guess, because I'm sure the new coach was like, no thanks. So get him out. Randall Cobb is a free agent. He is visiting the Cowboys today, or he visited them today.
I think that'd be a good pickup for you guys too. I think that'd be a good Cole Beasley replacement. I think Cobb's pretty good.
I like Cobb, so I would
nothing special, but I think he'd be a good replacement.
He's a good veteran to bring into the team, and just kind of guide the room. And I have heard from people speculating that Des Bryant might come back to the Cowboys.
Whoa!
I do not see it happening.
I think he's planning on going back to the Saints, wasn't he?
Well, I think so, but he wasn't I think he was on a 1 year deal, so I think he has the option if he wants to come back to the Cowboys, but I don't really see it happening. And then tight end Jared Cook is still available.
Who is actually he's actually pretty good.
So
he looks like Beetlejuice, but
he can play football though. So he's still on the street.
I would imagine Oakland would want to bring him back though, especially with making all these moves that they're making. I would imagine they would want to.
So those are just a couple names. I can't think of any more. I didn't find any more when I was doing some research. There are a couple of retirements. Haloti Ngata retired today, as well as Max Unger, the center for the Saints, retired a couple of days ago. So. Yeah, a couple good players taking their leave of the game. So good for them, good careers. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah,
wow. So that was a lot of free agency talk there.
Agency frenzy.
Who do you think?
Fiasco.
Who do you think was the biggest winner of free agency after all that?
Biggest winner? Ooh. Well,
I'm going to say the Packers.
I think the Packers made some really good moves. I like the way that the Browns.
I also think the Browns made some good
were probably
moves.
the biggest winners. Because they got the biggest names, I think. They're probably the biggest winner. I like the Ingram and Thomas signings to the Ravens. They're pretty good. I think really it's pretty even split between the Packers and those other two. No one else really had a huge splash. It's kind of good players getting signed. So, yeah, I think it's this is the most active free agency I think I've seen in a while, it feels like. So, hey,
wow.
Thumbs up for me.
Hog.
Gives us a lot of content on the show. Wow.
Yes. Wow. So, what was Elijah's Marvel movie Catchup
Yes, wow.
is now Elijah and Carson's Marvel movie Catchup.
Yes, because I am caught up all the way through Infinity War, and we are now seeing the new movies.
Yes.
Wow.
Concurrently, we're both at the same part in the story. So over break, we both saw the newly released Captain Marvel.
I saw it on a cruise ship. Wow.
Wow, I did not know that they have movie theaters
You
on
saw
a cruise
it
ship.
opening night. So
I did see it opening night.
Who has the cooler story?
In 3D, though, which I'm not a big fan of 3D.
But the regular one sold out?
Yeah, the regular one was sold out. So, Elijah, what did you think of Captain Marvel?
Okay, so before I went into the movie, I had seen a lot of reviews on Twitter and whatever else, different platforms, saying how the movie was a letdown, not very good, had its weak spots. So I was like, I went into the movie theater, I was like, this is not going to be great. I had my doubts. And I put it this way, I was surprised. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
I was also surprised.
Not the best one in the series,
no.
I don't think. But a good movie. I liked it. I liked the character. A couple criticisms of it was, I think that, first off, at this point, there's like no weakness of Captain Marvel. It's very evident. I think it's kind of annoying because what's the point of having this hero who can't be beat? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think every hero has to have a weakness they overcome they can be exposed by the enemy, so that I think it's just like
I don't
like that.
I do think she is a little OP, but from what I'm hearing is that her weaknesses are going to be shown in Endgame.
Sure,
because so if that
happens, I'm cool with it.
They wanted this movie to be more about her becoming super powerful and not how she can be taken down.
I got you. Okay, so that's what it is. That makes sense, but in this movie, she's facing a bunch of Kree people, not really the hardest targets. If she's fighting Thanos, it might be
his truck.
Yes, and the Destroyer of Worlds. Wow, with the snap. So,
wow.
I think if she faces Thanos, it'll be a different story. But at the current time, there is no clearly obvious like this is her weakness that someone could exploit. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Also, I think the storyline was pretty good. And then but the dialogue, there were some points in it I was just kind of like, this is kind of annoying or cheesy. Like the biggest example I have is whenever she is in the room, whatever, with the Supreme Intelligence, and she goes like, "You are theirs," and then she says, "No, I am Carol."
Oh,
and I was like,
Carol.
I was like, really? Like we couldn't figure out something better than that, writers? Like that's the best we got, and that's not because her name is Carol. That's because it's just her name. Like if it had been, like I said, Iron Man, it'd been like, "No, I am Tony." I'd be like, really? Like that's it? Or if it had been like, the Hulk. "No, I am Bruce." I've been like, okay, like that's really dumb. So I didn't like the way that was. There were some moments I was kind of, this is kind of cheesy. The biggest thing though, okay.
It was just mild spoilers. Just
yeah, okay. Spoiler
mild
if
spoilers.
you have not watched it yet, go ahead and skip forward to whatever else you want to skip to. But for the next like 30 seconds, you might want to skip this. Why did Fury have to lose his eye to a cat?
That to me was the dumbest part.
And I get it's like one of those like what do they call like a flurkin thing? What were they called?
A flurkin, yeah.
Okay, whatever it was like the octopus thing in the mouth. Whatever, that was really weird. But whenever he lost his eye, he was just in his cat form. And he like scratched his eye,
and they made it a joke.
So dumb.
They made it a joke.
Oh, I was mad.
So you have in I believe it was Winter Soldier, which is a very serious movie, political thriller movie.
Yeah.
He tells Captain America, he's like, "Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye." This is not that.
It's a cat name. What was the cat's name?
Goose.
Goose. Yeah, it was a cat named Goose.
He literally just held it up and like. Throughout the movie, I was like, oh, I'm really like invested in seeing how he loses his eye. I wonder how it's going to happen. As the story evolved, though, I kind of forgot about it, especially like when they were up in space doing all the fighting and stuff. I forgot about it. It was right near the end. I was like, he hasn't lost his eye yet, and literally the only thing they can do is have the cat scratch it out. And I was like, I'm not with it.
So that was really disappointing to me. I did like the storyline though about how like the surprise whenever the Kree ended up being the bad people in the
Skrulls.
The Skrulls. They ended up being like the low-key good people.
Yeah, wow.
Low-key, the good people. They were refugees who were being chased around by the Kree. So poor guys, wow. So I like the storyline. I think it's pretty good. I like the character. I think she's cool. A little bit OP right now. I want to see what her weakness is. Because to me, it's not fair to have just this person be so OP that no one can beat her. So I think we'll see how it goes. I'm with it, though. I like the movie, so let's hear you.
I agree that she is very OP now.
Yeah.
My thing with that is Thor is also very OP, and that didn't change anything in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, Thor literally has lightning, like, he's like a lightning god now.
Well, but even like when he was fighting like his sister, right? She was really OP too, but he was still having trouble fighting her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but like in Infinity War, like when he like came down to Wakanda and he literally has Stormbreaker now, and he has basically all the lightning control in the world. Yeah. Like, I mean, to me, that's even more OP.
Yeah.
Than.
Well, I guess that's true. I don't know. I think at least in the past you've seen Thor kind of get smacked down.
No, I agree.
There is not one time that Captain Marvel was like getting seriously demolished by someone. And she never had like a comeback moment. Yeah. She was just kind of like always.
I do not believe for a minute that Marvel would introduce a character one movie before the culmination of all 21 or 22 movies they've made, and just have her be the answer to everything and have her walk in and just beat up Thanos. I think that she will have a weakness in the movie.
I think so. I think she has to. I think. What's the point of the movie then? You know what I'm saying? Like, she has to.
I heard this one theory that I think is actually pretty cool. That she is actually a victim of the snap, but she's so powerful that she's like hanging on to life, and so she's not gonna be as powerful because she's using most of her power to not disintegrate. I don't think that's true, but that's kind of cool.
Interesting, but it'd be cool if it was, but I don't know. I have to see it.
But what do you think of the end credits scene where they're looking at the pager and the Avengers are in the movie, so that's pretty cool. And then there's like, oh, we got to figure out what's going on here, and then she's just there.
She's like,
boom.
Where's Fury? Yeah, that was cool. I liked it. It's really setting the stage, of course, for Endgame. So I'm excited. That comes out in a couple months. So yeah,
and we got a trailer for it. What'd you think of the trailer?
Yes, wow. I watched it a couple hours ago actually, and it looked pretty good. I'm excited for the movie coming up. So yeah, what do you think about it?
So this trailer to me is really tricky because you watch it and you say, that's so awesome. I feel like I've seen all this stuff. The trailer's only like a little over 2 minutes, and the first whole minute of it is flashbacks to other Marvel movies.
I know, yeah.
They make you feel like you're seeing all this new stuff. When really, they're just showing you stuff you've already seen before.
But, we talked about that one time how you think they're going to like go back through the different movies and do whatever, like, correct storyline or like, get the stones, whatever it would be. I think that's really setting the stage for it because they keep doing all these flashbacks and they keep showing the different, things happening. So I think that's really indicative. They're probably gonna do like a time travel thing, and they have like a lot of the, with the quantum realm and time travel, all that kind of stuff. I think it's gonna be really big. I think so. I think having the flashbacks is kind of setting the stage for we're gonna go back in time and get some stones.
One thing the trailer did though, it lets you know Tony makes it out of space. That was like, the big first trailer was like, oh, he's stuck in space. How's he going back? This one, he's back.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited though.
So you were telling me you were watching some theories earlier.
I was, yeah.
What to me is what do you think is necessarily the plot of this? Like, what do you think they're going to do in order to attempt to reverse this?
Oh, God. Okay, so I did see some theories about it. So there's the one about time travel, and they think, of course, with the time stone that Doctor Strange had, like, slid through time to Thanos, whatever that's going to somehow play into. So it'll be like basically Ant-Man, like Doctor Strange, warping time and going through quantum realm, all that kind of stuff to get back in time and do stuff. But I also saw one about how apparently it's pretty low key. Like it's like a hidden Mickey almost, but in Marvel, where like in Ant-Man and the Wasp, whatever, they went to find the mom. Yeah. In the quantum realm, there was like a scene. If you paused it, you look in the background. She's like a city, and she had said in the movie how they were like what they had thought was down there was not what they thought it was, and like how there were like entire world and civilizations that were down there. And so I saw a theory about the thing that the Avengers are gonna like go down to the quantum realm, like all of them, and like interact with this quantum civilization and somehow use them to like defeat Thanos. A lot of weird theories about there. Like
there's
people
have
a lot of time on their hands to like go through here and like research, and find dots and connect them. But so all really neat. But I'm not really sure. I kind of want to see it.
I'm very excited to see it. And that's the thing. They have not really tipped their hand.
I think time travel is going to be the big thing.
I do agree. Time travel.
Go back to time, like fix stuff, and I think
they have not even tipped their hand really to what is the plot of this movie. I do think like they showed them in the white suits. I do think that will have. I think they're going to do some time traveling. Yeah. So from what I've read online, which some stuff obviously isn't true, but like people are like, oh, I have plot leaks, whatever theories. What I think they're going to do is they're going to try to, because they've had set pictures of them at the different Marvel movies. I think they are going to go revisit past Marvel movies that have had the stones in them.
I'm with you.
What I read is not necessarily take the stones from the past, but copy their like energy signatures so that they can either counteract Thanos with them, or I think they are building their own gauntlet as well. That is one thing I think they're going to do.
I have heard that theory, like because in the Infinity War, when they went to the Starforge, they still had the mold for it. Yeah. So they could theoretically make their own or whatever. So
and one of the big moments from the comics, I believe, is Captain America putting on the gauntlet. The gauntlet, right. Which I believe will happen in the movie. I think
it'll kill him, you think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I read a theory about how they think that he's going to die because they're going to go back in time and travel and get the stones themselves. Yeah. And remember when he went to get the Soul Stone, the Red Skull guy had said how it comes at a really high price. Mm-hmm. And so they think what's going to happen is Captain America is going to be like because he's like the patriotic one, like the moral leader of the team, and like he's going to sacrifice himself as like the ultimate sacrifice for the team, for the world, for the universe to get the Soul Stone. So that's the other thing, he's going to die. So that'd be sad, but like I could see it happening. And so a lot of cool theories about it.
And the other thing I read, like you were saying with Doctor Strange, is when he gave him the Time Stone, he put like a spell on it or something to lock him in the current time. So
he can't travel back. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is Thanos is obviously a big part. I've heard some people like, oh, Thanos isn't even the main villain. Thanos isn't a part of the movie. Thanos is going to be part of the movie. That would be so stupid.
Why
if he
would
wasn't.
He not? Like who else would it be? Like what else?
That's what I'm saying. They're saying they might introduce a new person. I'm like, they didn't do all this.
I saw it all, but like they never once hinted at someone else being a villain in the series. Like, so Thanos is the one they've been working towards.
So I think that what's going to happen is when they go back in time to get the stones, the signatures, whatever. It's not necessarily going to be current time Thanos, but like Thanos from that time period is going to figure out what they're doing and come to find them. Like, there's been rumors of like in the first Avengers movie, them having a big fight there, like in the first Avengers movie.
That'd be so cool.
There's been rumors, awesome. Guardians of the Galaxy where they kept the Purple Stone on Xandar. Yeah. There's rumors that they go there before he got it in Infinity War, and they have a big fight there.
Wow.
Yeah, which I think would be pretty cool.
Pretty dope.
So a lot of big theories. I'm very excited.
One theory I did see though, and this is I think that Hulk is going to be one of the biggest players in.
I agree.
In defeating Thanos. And here's why. I watched a theory about why. First, remember Infinity War in the first like 5 minutes, how Hulk starts beating up on Thanos, but then like Thanos just puts the wallop on him, like not even fair. And I saw like a director, what is their names? Whoever directed the movie, he said how Hulk is like really like on a rampage. He's like rageful, and he doesn't have like a lot of like technique. Yeah. So that's why Thanos beat him, because Thanos is just as strong as he is. But he
also had the Power Stone too.
That's true. They said they really matter because he never used it in the fight. He just had it in his gauntlet. But they said that he was more like technique focused and like controlled his movement, and so that's why he beat Hulk. So I think, because you mentioned the whole Professor Hulk thing before, how they think that Banner and Hulk are going to come like this like reckoning, whatever. They're going to like be able to work together in the same body, and so they think that. I think that if that happens, that means that. Because in Infinity War, we never saw Hulk again in the movie, right?
Right.
But Banner ended up using the Iron Man suit.
Yeah, Hulkbuster.
Yeah. Hulkbuster, as like his own like a fake Hulk, and he was really combative, and like he had to actually fight himself. And so I think that kind of gives him like the courage, like the skill necessary. So I think if you mesh them and you have Hulk in like Hulk form, and you have Banner like the brain side of it, and like he can like perfect his technique, he can fight with Thanos in a serious way. And so I think it won't be like just one person who ends up like being the one who defeats Thanos. I think he'll be a huge part, because I think obviously Captain Marvel's going to have a huge part because she's OP. Obviously Thor, and I really think Hulk probably those three will be the biggest ones, and I think Iron Man maybe.
Maybe Cap too. Cap.
Oh, they're all going to have. I think the biggest one will be Thor, Captain Marvel, and Hulk.
So
I think.
That Hulk reveal, and when Hulk comes back in the movie, that's going to be an epic reveal. It's going to be
because he's my favorite hero, so like, it's going to be my favorite moment of the movie. I guarantee it. I love Hulk, and if he can like control it and like be because he is just as strong as Thanos. Like, he showed that in the fight. He could put a hurting on Thanos, but Thanos was just more direct and like and technique focused. So if he could control his anger and like his strength and use it against Thanos, it's over, dude. That'd be that'd be awesome. Thanos and Hulk.
We're theorizing. We're going long this episode. Deal with it. If you don't like it, click off, dislike. We're going long this episode. So
yes.
I think, like, what? Okay, so your second point about you think that who'd you say the three that you think Captain Marvel, Thor, and Hulk?
So I think Captain Marvel because she's so OP. I think Thor because he was like the biggest one in Infinity War. Like he could have stopped Thanos if he hit him in the head. That's just fact. And then I think Hulk, because Hulk is the only one who can really match, like go toe-to-toe with Thanos. And I think if he can control himself, that's the biggest thing.
I am pretty sure, like I feel very confident in saying, this movie will focus on the original 6 Avengers, most specifically Cap and Iron Man. I don't think that they would throw Captain Marvel in there at the last minute for her to be the key to beating everything. I think that they want this movie to be the send-off for the original Avengers, which even to me, even Hawkeye and Black Widow, who have no superpowers, I think they are going to have a big role in taking out Thanos. I think
it'll be a lot of teamwork. That's the biggest thing. It's not going to be one person doing all the heavy lifting. It'll be like a combination, everyone using their strengths to the advantage of the team. And I think Cap's going to have a huge role. I'm not really sure. Like, I think it'd be more like kind of like he takes it upon himself to like sacrifice himself.
Yes, I agree. I do think Cap will die in this movie.
Something to weaken Thanos.
Yes.
Like he will do that. And I think Iron Man, of course,
because Doctor Strange made it a key point for him to live.
Yeah, because he made it a point to save Iron Man. So that means, and remember, he did the whole vision that he saw the 14 million combinations that could occur, and obviously there's only one that worked to beat Thanos, and that obviously means he had to have Iron Man around to beat him. And in Infinity War, Iron Man really put up a good fight against Thanos on Titan. So,
and really the whole point is that they're not working together in that movie, which is why Thanos won. So to me, I think obviously like you got Captain Marvel and Ant-Man now. I think they're going to be extremely important for the plot, especially Ant-Man with the quantum realm and going back in time. I firmly believe that this movie will come down to the original 6 Avengers against Thanos. I really believe that.
Yes. I agree 100%. I just really want to see Thanos and Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk.
Round 2.
Professor Hulk and Thanos fight. I want to see it. I'd be very excited.
Wow. Well, so we're really excited for this movie. Yes, it comes out 100%.
In like... Do you think that the like Spider-Man and like Black Panther are going to come back to life?
Yeah, I think, okay, here's the thing. I think obviously they're not going to remain dead. They have movies coming out. The Spider-Man Far From Home comes out like 2 or 3 months after.
Yeah.
My thinking is what they are going to do is either... I don't know if they're necessarily going to unsnap people because that involves bringing people back from the dead.
And like going back and yeah.
I think that somehow their actions are going to cause the snap to not have taken place. If that makes sense.
They're going to like rewrite time essentially, like rewrite history, whatever. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm with it. So, I think they'll come back.
So who do you think's going to die? I think Cap is for sure going to die. Because I think the actor's kind of done.
Well, that tweet he put out, he said basically like how 8 years of, and he was very excited, for the franchise and all that stuff. And so it seemed like he was done. Not like he wanted to be done, but like it was just done. And there have been some rumors about Bucky becoming the new Captain America. So I think Captain America is going to die this one, which is sad because I've actually warmed up to Cap over the course of the series. So I actually like Cap.
What about Tony? You think Tony's dead?
Why would he die though? Like what?
Because I don't think that he's gonna like. Okay,
I think he might retire. I think he might be like. I think
this movie ends with him and Pepper's wedding. I think that's how.
You know how like the entire point of Iron Man, like the point of the Iron Man was to like world peace.
Yeah,
and I think once they beat Thanos, at least in Tony's mind, it'll be like, okay, I've brought peace to the universe. Yeah. Like I have helped quell the greatest destroyer in the universe right now. So like I can retire now. So I think he'll probably be done.
Yeah, I think he'll retire. Yeah. I think the movie will end with him and Pepper getting married. I think that'll be a good ending, good positive ending to the movie. Yeah. I don't think Thor will die. I think I think they kind of rebooted him with Ragnarok because that was by far his best movie. I think they're going to make another Thor movie.
They should. Because I like the Thor movie itself, but it wasn't the best one in the series. I think they should do it more justice. Also because they changed actors and all that stuff. So giving Bruce his own would be I would like that.
So I think it comes out in a little over a month. Comes out the 26th.
Yep.
We'll probably be there opening night. You betcha.
Oh, no question.
We'll wait in line. We'll be there
100%.
Hours early.
Question.
We're ready.
Pog.
Yes. And we're counting down the days. So we're going long. We're going to finish it out. Might as well get to the topics we have. Why on earth is Kate Beckinsale dating Pete Davidson?
Okay, so honestly, I don't know who this person is. I looked her up like a couple hours ago, and she's like 45. And she's pretty attractive, so good for him. But I don't understand how he does it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like one of the biggest. I don't know if she's one of the biggest movie stars now, but she used to be one of the biggest movie stars. Pete Davidson looks absolutely ridiculous. Have you seen him? He's got like. I have not recently. I know what he looks like, but I haven't seen like a picture of him recently. But maybe he's got something going on for him, because he got Ariana Grande too. So maybe he's got money or something or. Packing. I don't know.
Oh, Ariana said he was packing.
Well, good for him then. Pog.
It's just so weird because this Beckinsale lady's 45 and Pete Davidson's like 22, 25, something like that.
Is she rich or something, bro?
Is she rich?
Yeah. Like, is she a gold digger?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, whatever.
I don't think Pete Davidson has that much money. I'm sure he has money, but not like that much money. She definitely has more money than he does.
Well, hey, I don't know.
He looks ridiculous. That's basically what I'm trying to get. He looks ridiculous. Okay, so big applause moment for our Liberty University.
We're
Flames.
dancing, baby.
We're dancing.
In the words of the great Duke Davis.
Yes.
We're dancing, baby.
Wow. So we won the ASUN conference. We beat Lipscomb, who was actually pretty good and almost made the NCAA tournament. So with the smaller conferences, only one team gets in. That's who wins the conference.
Right, yeah.
Lipscomb was on the bubble to make it. Yeah. So they had a good year. We beat them. It was a great game.
Yes, wow.
You were on the cruise. So you probably didn't get to watch it.
I was thinking to watch it, but I
great game. I was in Tennessee. I watched it.
Wow, Tennessee. Wow.
Really back and forth game. Lipscomb has two really good players. They got this one tall guy who I forgot how many points he had, but he was getting everything around the basket. And this other guy, what was his name? Williams or something. Matthews. That was his name. Matthews. He was. I think he won ASUN Conference Player of the Year. So he was very good. We beat him on the road. In Lipscomb, we're dancing.
We're headed to the big dance.
We are the number 12 seed in the
Eastern.
In the Eastern bracket, is that right?
I think the Eastern bracket.
But for some reason, we play on the West Coast. Yes. So
playing against Mississippi State.
Wow,
5th seed.
Are they that good? Do you know anything about them? I looked them up today. It seems like they have one player whose name is like Quandary Williams or Jones or something.
Great.
Who averages like 18 points or something.
Nice. Good for him.
He played far more minutes than anybody on the team, so he's probably the best player.
Sure. I'm with it. Good for him.
I'm sensing an upset, dude.
No, I think, okay, look, basketball is not football, right? So
it's not as strategic. Football is very it's like chess.
Yes, and so really any team can upset any team. I think last year proved that with first off Loyola going to the top. Were they in the Final Four?
Oh, they did make Final Four? Yeah,
they made
either 8 or 4,
really far, and it was really impressive. And then also the first round, your Cavaliers get upset by the whatever
UMBC.
Yeah, that team. Yeah, not a great team. So anything can happen.
Yeah,
and I like Liberty. They're playing well.
We are playing well.
So I think they can beat anyone. Really. But the thing is, right here, they're in the same bracket as Duke.
Yes.
So even if you play phenomenally, you get to go to the bracket championship, whatever you call that. You're not beating Duke.
No, nobody's beating Duke.
So
I was hoping
Duke should win it all.
Yes, by far. Because if Zion didn't come back, I would not say that. I'm shocked he did too.
He's playing.
That's a good move by him though, because he's like I'm not going to leave my bros hanging, which I applaud that. But if Zion didn't play, I would not pick Duke as a favorite. But with Zion, nobody's going to beat them. And but like you said, basketball is a game where you get hot shooting. That's how UMBC beat Virginia last year. They shot I think 60% from 3.
That's crazy.
So there's nothing they could do about it.
Exactly. To me, because football is it's so physical and you have to be able to outpower and outmaneuver the other team. Basketball is more about your technique and your flow and say kind of how you're shooting. You gotta get hot, gotta get into a groove. So I think it's a lot different. Obviously, so that's why I think Liberty can go far. They just have to obviously just play well.
I think so. I think Liberty. I was listening to them when they announced the thing. They actually picked Liberty to beat Mississippi State because a 12 versus 5. They said this is the first upset I'm picking. I'm picking Liberty.
Cool.
Here's what I'm excited for. If they win, they potentially play Virginia Tech.
Wow.
Because Virginia Tech is the 4 seed, and they play who do they play? Seton. No, they don't play Seton. Someone bad. So if we win, we play Virginia Tech. We will beat Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
all you techies out there, if Liberty versus Tech happens, we are beating y'all.
Roll Flames. I'm with it. I like it. I like that.
If they can get past that 13 seed they're playing, they're pretty bad. So
who are they playing?
Let me look it up real quick.
Well, while you look that up, what do you think of the 1 seeds? You have Duke, UNC, UVA, and Gonzaga, right? I'm pretty sure.
I agree with all of them except Gonzaga because I don't think they have as strong of a conference that they play in.
Who would you rather see in it?
Probably Tennessee.
Okay, yeah, I'm with it.
But that says something about the ACC that 3 of the 4 1 seeds are from the ACC.
They're the SEC of basketball.
Virginia Tech is playing St. Louis.
Okay, well,
Pog.
They'll win that game, I'm sure. So,
yeah, and then Liberty will take them down, and then Liberty will proceed to get destroyed by Duke.
We will go and play Duke. We will win.
Yes.
Zion, we're coming for you, buddy.
Zion, meet Scotty James.
Meet Coach McKay.
Yeah.
And the Flames.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. And Dave Stewart, our good friend.
Yeah.
The manager.
Yes.
Wow. That'd be cool, though. I'm happy for Dave because he's been there for like 4 years.
I'm really happy
now.
for Dave, too.
Dave gets to go to the big dance and be the manager.
Hoping to have him on the show soon.
Yes, we're having him on the show soon.
We're working on schedules. We'll get him on soon.
Of course, as a manager in the tournament coming up, he's a very busy man.
Congrats, Dave.
Dave's going on. Dave, very happy for you, buddy. Love you, bud. Doing great work out there for the Flames. So, yeah, go Flames. I'm with it.
I think we will get to the Sweet 16 and lose to Duke. That is my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
If we play Duke, though, we will lose by 40.
I think we get to Sweet 16. That's a really good year.
That's
amazing. That's amazing. So, yeah, I'm with it. I like it. I'm excited
with it. So you're a Tar Heels fan.
I am Tar Heels fan,
You like their draw in the bracket?
I haven't looked at the bracket, so I don't really know, but I like they're a good team. They're 1 seed, obviously, so they're going to be.
I think they'll at least get to the Final Four.
And all that stuff,
I was filling out some brackets. I think they'll at least get to the Final Four.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Which the Cavaliers have beaten them both times they played this year.
So. Shut up, man. Don't worry about it.
Hopefully Virginia won't lose to a 16 seed this year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Did you see the memes?
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I don't know where it's at.
UVA when they realize they have to play another 16 seed this year.
Yeah. So I'm excited though.
I'm excited too. I think March Madness is fun.
This is the one time of year I actually like to watch college basketball intensely, and so yeah, I'm excited for it.
Teams to watch out for: Iowa State, they're a 6 seed. I think they'll play well.
Yeah.
Auburn 5 seed. I think they'll play well. Tennessee is a 2. I think
Tennessee is good. They're a good team.
Get far.
They beat Kentucky, right?
They beat Kentucky in the semifinal and then played really bad against Auburn and lost to Auburn.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
So Florida as well. I think Florida will play well because they
Florida State,
Florida
or UF.
Both of them.
Okay, both of them. Okay,
because Florida had a good SEC tournament.
Gotcha.
And Florida State also did. They beat UVA and got.
They're a good basketball school. I like them.
So UVA, I think will do well. They've only lost 3 games all year. 2 of them were to Duke. So
yes, wow.
And the Liberty Flames.
The Liberty Flames. Keep an eye out. Yes, wow. So you think Duke's gonna win it all?
I do think Duke's gonna win it all. Do you as well?
I agree.
Unless something crazy.
Now the homer in me was like, I want to say it'll be Duke UNC in the.
Did you watch UNC versus Duke in the championship?
I did not know.
Or in the semifinal.
I was on the cruise at that point, so I couldn't watch it.
UNC really could have won that game. I think they lost by 1 or 2 points, and Zion just had a bucket to put them in the lead with a few seconds. And UNC did not get a good shot. All they needed was a layup to win, and they took some fadeaway 3-point. It was bad.
So that's kind of my point, though. I think that'd be a great matchup 2C first off, because that's like you mentioned, probably one of the best rivalries in sports. Period. To have it with Zion and the championship on the line, that'd be amazing. I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
So the homie would say I want to say UNC is going to win it all, but the realist in me is going to say it's going to be Duke because Duke's just the best team.
Yeah,
best team in the nation. So
possible collusion paying for Zion.
Wow, apparently Nike
Nike made him some shoes.
Nike sent
Come on,
a whole team to make him a shoe. Where's NCAA on that one? Nowhere to be found. Of course,
they're arresting the aunt from Full House. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they are. Yo, bro, that was craziness. That whole that was ridiculous. Paying for college, bro. Like, why are you paying to get people into college? No, the thing was,
but did you hear they had the proctors of the SETs in on it, letting them all cheat? Yeah.
No, and there was just one. I think her name was like Lori Loughlin or whatever. Some actor.
That's the girl.
She paid for her daughter to get into USC. She paid like $500,000. I was like, why?
And the daughter doesn't even care. She has like a blog post. She's like, I could care less about school.
I'm here to party and make friends.
And these are people that are taking other people's spots that worked really hard.
So dumb.
They're going to jail.
I was shocked because first of all, you're paying that much money to get into USC, which is like it's a good school, but it's not like a Ivy League school. Also,
it's no Liberty University.
Also, you're paying more than tuition's worth. So why? It's so dumb.
Stupid.
So, whatever. People just have dumb money is what it is.
That is what it is. We need to...
We're honest, but we got Liberty on our own merit. Wow. Go us.
Yes, wow.
Are we smart?
Debatable.
Questionable. Watch the show and decide for yourself. Wow. We're kind of dumb.
Wow. We went really long today.
We did. But a lot of news.
Yeah, a lot of news.
To catch up on.
Yeah.
Obviously, the free agency took up a lot of time. And, of course, we kind of got on a tangent there about Captain Marvel and Infinity War. Or not Infinity War, Endgame. So, yeah.
Anything else you want to bring up?
Not at the current time.
Wow. Where can people follow you on Twitter?
Elijah_Stacks.
And you can follow me at Carac323. We will be probably tweeting a little bit this week about the NCAA tournament.
Liberty Flames.
Yes, the Liberty Flames. Tech, we're coming for you. It will happen.
And Duke.
Respect.
Have fun.
Duke, have fun. So,
yeah.
please, if you have any questions, please send them into hottakestheshow@gmail.com. Any questions about NFL free agency, NCAA tournament, you want to tell us
Marvel movies,
Marvel movies. You want to tell us that Liberty's going to lose, even though they're not gonna.
Tell us how ugly we are. We don't care.
Yeah.
Just something,
Because that's true. I mean,
We don't dispute facts on this show.
I got this Hakuna Matata shirt from Target. I really like it. Yes, really good movie.
I love Lion King.
I also do. Wow,
yes.
Disney probably will ruin it by making it a
live action.
Yeah,
yes.
wow.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I saw the trailer for it. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does look good.
They're also making a live action Dumbo.
And Aladdin and Mulan and.
Okay, do they have any new ideas for movies at this point? Or
I think that they have said
this out of ideas.
I think that they've said Pixar, which makes the animated movies.
Yeah.
After they did Incredibles 2 and after Toy Story 4 comes out, they will do all original animated movies.
God.
But the live action stuff, no, it's just remixed.
It's just making it in a live action way, obviously.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of dumb, but whatever. Have fun. Don't ruin the movie, please. Thank you.
Like you did Star Wars.
Aladdin. Wow. Just Will Smith painted blue. Wow. Interesting.
They actually put out another trailer for that. It doesn't look as bad.
Okay, that's good.
But it still looked shocking.
Shocking. Okay. Cool.
So we'll save the Star Wars rant for another day.
Oh dear.
All
God.
right.
Don't get me started, please.
Hope everyone has a great week. NCAA tournament starts this Friday, I believe. I think there might be Wednesday, Thursday games for those.
Yeah.
They have two teams play each other to see who plays the 1 seed or whatever. So email us hottakeshow@gmail.com. Any questions? Email them in. We will be back next week, and we hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for tuning in.
See y'all.